We live, baby. Happy Saturday, everybody.
This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTG.
Absolutely.
And you with Miss V. She keep her ear to the street, like a drum to a beat.
Welcome in, everybody.
That you wanna be, but all trolls we delete. You better believe.
Please smack that thumbs up as you come in. Shout out to Top Flight. How you doing? We gonna get into it today. We got a couple cases to go over.
Just so you know we don't go for those that's taking these souls.
Shout out to Top Flight being first in the building.
Thank you for tuning in to MTGV, True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vibe, Miss V. Sure
no breaking and entering, y'all.
Sure
Please smack that thumbs up.
Leave a comment too. Yeah.
And definitely smack that thumbs up, leave a comment, all that good stuff. So today, I got a couple live streams set up, and after this one end, immediately I'm gonna go live talking about another case. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Saturday. Shout out to Top Flight, first in the building. Welcome in to Law Talk with Tone. I came and checked you out today. I came and looked at your channel. Shout out to you. I see you new to YouTube. And shout out to my BFF in the building. How you doing? Shout out to Charlene Green. How you doing? I did a story on him too and found his father's criminal record. Did you? And you know what? I found it really odd that they said that the father... I heard on the news that the father did not have a criminal record. Like they said the news, and I don't remember what channel I was looking at, but they said that he did not have a criminal record. He only had like something from 17 years ago. But when his brother was talking, I got from his brother that his brother had, I thought he had just got out or something. So I'm really confused on that part. What did you find on his record? Did you find a record? Shout out to Just Mona. Welcome in. So I'm going to get into the introduction of this case. Shout out to BFF. She actually sent me this a long time ago. Manny actually went missing on May 8th, and he's just now being found. And he was found in a landfill. I mean, his father did the unthinkable, if you could even call him that. What would make this man do what he did? It gotta be something more than just religion. Like, where has he been all his life? This guy don't strike me as somebody that have love for him at all. To do what he did, his brother didn't have a lot of good things to say. What's good, beautiful people? Yes, shout out to Mona. Oh, he does. I did a deep dive. His first charge was aggravated robbery. I knew it had to be something based off of what his brother said. But what I don't understand about this case is why did it take so long? I know that they did end up going to the landfill and all of that, but it seems like it was a delay in getting the information that they needed, and ultimately what led them to the landfill was video surveillance cameras that seen the dad taking them to the dumpster. Is, you know, they didn't word it like that, but that's what had to have happened. They seen him on tape putting him in a dumpster, and then they were able to figure it out. See, they don't go to the landfill for nothing. They have to know for a fact that that person has been put in the trash. And unfortunately, I'm assuming that the same day that they seen the father taking him out was the 8th, the same day that he went missing, right? So he had been out there for a month. And thank God they found him. And they said he had on a jacket that his dad said that he had on, if you can call him that. You know, I don't know what to call this dude. But I had seen this picture. And I wonder how close were they? The mother blames herself. She is the one that suggested that he go with his dad because he was having some problems with math. She said he wasn't doing so well. So his dad is very smart, allegedly. And she figured that would be a good place for him to go so he could learn math or whatever that she didn't feel like she could teach him. So she most definitely blamed herself. So I mean, I'm assuming it's the dad, right? And it says a good day there. As if they're not used to having good days. I don't know. I mean, how well did he know his father? I heard that he was planning on coming home June 4th. His girlfriend was on the phone with him May 8th. They fell asleep on FaceTime together. And so whatever happened to him, and I don't know what time they got off the phone or what caused them to hang up the phone. But sometime after that, it happened. And that was on the 8th. And then his mother said the phone turned back on the 11th for like 3 seconds and went back off. Whole time, the grandmother called the father, who she thought that she had a decent relationship with, and he told her that he was on his way home. And then they waited some hours. She waited like 3 hours before she reached back. Like, when did he leave? What time did he leave? So he was just stalling time. And then ultimately he just stopped answering. The brother said that he had been reaching out to him, and every time he was supposed to meet up with him to go do searches or whatever, he had an excuse, and he was trying to go search in other areas outside of his home. But the brother already knew. He said he acting weird. He on some weird stuff. He's I don't know if he back on drugs or what, but this dude. Shout out to the brother for, standing up against his brother. He did a live stream. We're going to go through all of that stuff. Justice for Manny. So sad. This is something that they were doing in the beginning. Because like I said, they didn't, to the family, they thought that the police wasn't doing anything. So they was desperate out trying to figure things out on their own. And it did take a while, because ultimately, look at it, it's 2 months later. Over 2 months later, right? Yeah. Because he went missing May 8th. So the girlfriend knows something, I think. So I'm wondering, what do the girlfriend know? I mean, one of the things, I had only heard it once. A neighbor said that they ran into Manny on that day. I think they said that day, but we gonna listen at it. And he was crying. So what was that about? Like, it's a lot going on. So hold on, let me get that up. I'm running a little bit behind, y'all. Duty calls. I am a working woman. Hold on, let me pull up this article though. Okay, so let's see. What is this? Please smack that thumbs up, y'all. Shout out to Evelyn Glover. Thank you for coming in. Oh, yeah, this ain't what I want. So Manny's mother, she spoke after the father has been arrested and all that. But let's hold on, yeah. I'll read this one from Fox 9. This bastard. So this article was written July 9th, 2025, and this is coming from Fox 9. And it says, okay, so the father of Manny is now facing charges in his 16-year-old son's unaliving. Jordan Collins Sr. made his first court appearance in Anoka County on Wednesday. An autopsy ruled Manny's death a homicide with evidence of decapitation. That unheard of. Like, what? So, Columbia Heights, Minnesota. The father of Manny Collins is now charged with murder after the teen's body was discovered in a landfill. Following weeks of searching. So, according to the criminal complaint, an autopsy found evidence that the teen was unalived and decapitated. The father is charged, what we know. Jordan Collins Sr., 38 years old. He made his first court appearance on Wednesday in the death of his own son. Collins Sr. faces a charge of second-degree murder in the case. So the background, the complaint states that after the missing person report was made by Manny's mother, investigators searched the Collins home in Columbia Heights in May. Speaking with the police, the father said Manny had left the home on May 8th, planning to take a bus to visit his grandmother and girlfriend in St. Paul. Manny never showed up at either location because it was never the plan. He knew exactly what he did with Manny. And I hope he tell us why. It is no logical reason for what he did. So speaking with the police, the father said Manny had left the home on May 8th, planning a bus ride. Okay. So in the home, investigators found items stained with what appears to be blood and garbage bags, butcher and hunting knives in a bedroom closet, and pieces of carpet and mattress missing. Stupid. So I guess those was the stains he couldn't get out. Like, I mean, come on. Blood, it ain't going nowhere. It seeps into the crevices of the woodwork, the cement, and whatever else. It ain't going nowhere. What I don't understand is why did they take so long to go into that man's house? After the search, authorities say Jordan Collins Sr. stopped speaking with the police. He shouldn't have had a choice. DNA from the blood stains later matched Manny's DNA, of course. Fox 9 previously reported surveillance video is what led investigators to the search. The landfill in Elk River. Manny Collins' body was discovered at the landfill weeks later. It was a month because he went missing on the 8th and they just found him. 8th of May. An autopsy later determined Collins died by homicide, and the criminal complaint states that the autopsy findings indicate evidence of, decapitation. So speaking with the police after his arrest, Collins Sr. claimed he had cut out sections of the mattress and the carpet to clean up his own blood. Boy, gone. He further claimed, and he should have had cuts on his hands too. Like, what? Yeah, he definitely should have had some cuts on his hand. He further claimed the knives found in the apartment is what he used to butcher goats and sheep. I guess that's what he called his son. Police say none of the blood stains found in the apartment matched his at all, his DNA at all. And when he was arrested, police said he was carrying $1,300 in cash, and investigators believe he was planning to leave the state. He was definitely going on a run. So what's next? Jordan Collins Sr. is set to return to court next month on a Wednesday. Prosecutors filed a notice They will seek a stiffer sentence against Colin if he's convicted. Yeah, he deserved the death penalty, just like he gave his son, in a very heinous way, and threw him away like he was trash. Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, Collins is being held for yeah, he should be held on a 25 million bond or more. Like a $2 million bond for decapitating somebody. I mean, he ain't getting out, but why so low? That's low to me, especially because the next case that we gonna talk about, the female had her bond is 25 million. She unalived her manager in McDonald's. Maybe they gave her more because it was other people's lives at risk because she was in the public when it happened. But he took his own son's head off. Like what? Oh my god, y'all. Daddy illegal? Why would a dad unalive his man, I do not know. Part of me wonder, was it to get back at the mother? This was right before Mother's Day too. Why? What type of relationship did they have? I wonder. It was her idea for her son to go there, and so she is blaming herself. Right before Mother's Day, and then I just happened to find this picture. This is him, like giving his mom Mother's Day gifts. So sad. And then this is his uncle that's been fighting for him, right here with holding up the phone. And then this weird looking dad, like looked like somebody dragged him by the forehead, or yeah, dragged him with his forehead on the ground. I don't know what's up with this black mark on his head. I don't know if it's purposely or if something is going on. Did he hit his head one too many times? I don't know. But local perspective, authorities and volunteers searched for weeks in hopes of bringing Manny back home. So 16-year-old Manny Collins was last seen alive on May 8th in the area of University Avenue and 48th Avenue on Northeast in Columbia Heights. Collin had been living with his father in the area. Manny's mother, Ashley, said she last heard from her son in a text message on May 8th. Ashley said she would speak or text with Manny every day and quickly grew concerns when he stopped responding. She pressed Collins Sr. for answers, but said he lied about where Manny was. I remember her saying that she sent him money through a Cash App that same morning around 4 or something. He responded and said thank you and I'll see you soon and stuff like that. Barry said she would speak or text with Manny every day and quickly grew concerned when he stopped responding. She pressed Collins for answers, but he lied, of course. So here's a timeline that they have. And it says on May 8th, Collins was last seen near the area of 4900 block of University Avenue, Northeast in Columbia Heights. Collins' mother reported she last heard from her son in a text message around 4 a.m. Hold on, y'all. Please smack the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not. What are we doing here? Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. What a piece of crap. Let me move to uncle. Top, he an idiot. What's wrong with him? Exactly. What type of father does this to his own child? Like, unreal. What I wonder too is, when was the last time he seen his son? How close were they? Were they like just getting back together? Did he even know him like that? Um, yeah, like how many years have passed since he been around his child? I literally was under the impression that he was just getting out. Let me see. Tone, what was this? When did he get out? Was it recent? I'm curious to know at least what year did he get out? Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to be moving this picture. Hold on. Okay, so this is the area that he was in, and this is a store that he would frequent. These are the apartments that he stayed in. So he would go to this market often. They knew of him there. So off the highway. And they lived over here, I do believe. Because I mean, I could see that market behind it on the news. And they caught this idiot. Oh, yeah, they caught him going to the dumpster. Okay. All right. So, Collins' mother reported she last heard from her son in a text at 4 a.m. on the 8th of May. May 12th, missing persons report was filed. So basically what he did was delayed all of that by 4 freaking days by lying, talking about he on his way and all this stuff. Man, that's messed up. It really is. He could have been found much sooner, but he sitting up here lying. Hold on, let me go down. I see I'm like, I don't have the tools to get him gone. Man, okay, that's what need to happen to him. He only did 90 days for that aggravated. What? Are you serious? Did he have a weapon? And when did he get out? His brother said he was on some pet stuff too. Like, where'd that come from? Is that something that happened to him as a kid or something? I'm just curious. Welcome in, precious pieces. How you doing? People be trolling. We got trolls. You talking about Daniel? Okay, let me finish reading. My bad. A missing person report was filed 4 days later on May 12th. Let me move this. May 28th, the Anoka County Sheriff's Office and Columbia Heights Police Department, they held a joint news conference with Manny Collins' family begging for answers. Police said they feared Manny was being held against his will. Okay, that was on the 28th. So the report was filed on the 12th. And 16 days later, they did a press conference. They held a joint news conference with Manny's family begging for answers, okay? On the 29th of May, Manny's uncle spoke with Fox 9 about his disappearance. Um, okay, so that was May 29th. Now we're in June. Godly. So what the? All of May got wasted with his father spinning people. And then you already know when police come in, they start from the top. Okay, let's see. You know, they don't necessarily listen at the parents. They just be like, let's see if he ran away. Let's see if he went away. Let's see, you know. But the first person that they should have went straight in that father's house and searched, to me. Like once they did report him, but it took them so many times. It took 4 days just to report him, giving the father the benefit of the doubt. But his phone was powered off and stuff. This is so sad because there's nothing that they could have did to save him. You know what I'm saying? He was already gone from the moment he left that house. Remaining time after the 90 days. So it don't give a date that he got out. Oh, from 8-9. I believe he had a gun. If I'm not mistaken, he did probation for that. So, see, that's what they were saying. Like, his charges was like 17 years old or something. This ish is crazy. Welcome in, Sweet D. It really is. I'm well. Thank you for asking. I'm good. Thank you. Just getting off, rushing in. That's why I'm running a little bit late. I really wasn't late, but you know. So, okay, so the Manny's uncle spoke on May 29th, and we gonna hear from him. Authorities provide an update about the investigation into Collins' disappearance, saying they have interviewed additional people and have followed up on leads, though details were very vague because the person that they needed to talk to was acting like he didn't know nothing, at the same time preparing to leave town and all this. Okay, so that was on June 2nd. June 4th, authorities first started searching the Elk River landfill. So they knew by June 4th that he was there, because they not going to a landfill without knowing. So they did all their police work and found out that he was here. And that took them a month. Just 4 days shy of a month to get all that information figured out. But that's just a matter of surveillance cameras, neighbors, ring cams and stuff. Usually when something happened, they canvass the area, and that's the first goddamn thing they get is ring cam footage. So you mean to tell me it took almost a month to get there? I'm just saying it was some horrible delays here. But and that's what I wanted to know too, like the timeline and why did it take so long and things like that. The brother was feeling like they wasn't doing anything because he kept I'm talking about all kind of flyers posted and money and rewards and begging people, begging them to go talk to the brother, like he knows something. But they was investigating, but it just seemed like, I mean, when they started investigating, they was investigating, but it just seemed like it took too long. That, like I said, that camera footage is the first freaking thing that they get on the first day, and it took almost a month. But anyway, either way, they wasn't gonna be able to save him, man. They wasn't gonna be able to save him, but still. And that's a whole month of garbage being dumped on top of him. That's why it took so long. God, man. All right. June 4th, authorities first started searching the Elk River landfill. Ashley Berry, the mother of Collins, sat down with Fox 9, a lady named Karen, to make a plea for answers in his disappearance. So to make a plea for answers. So June 5th, The Anoka County Sheriff's Office asked residents in the area where he was last seen to check their property for any suspicious items. Residents and businesses in the area were also checked their security footage for any sightings. They were asked to also check their security footage for any sightings of Collins or anything that might be suspicious. So I'm curious to know which business did find him putting him in the garbage. I wonder. Okay, let me see. Shout out to Alma in the building. Shout out to writers. Thank you for coming in, writers. And I want y'all to know I need moderators, and I want to get more moderators, and I want my biggest supporters to be moderators, but I want to be able to know that y'all here and see y'all in the chat. So yeah, definitely the more that I see y'all, the more likely that you will become a moderator, especially if you're a member. So I just need to see you though. Blessings to you. Shout out to T Beezy. Shout out to my sniper. How you doing, T? So and shout out to all my sleuths in the building. I hope y'all having a great day today. Let me see what y'all saying. Why are things happening a month later? Okay, like it just seemed like it took so long. Like I said, it took the mom 4 days to even report him because of the dad lying. Oh, he on his way home and he all that stuff. But that's what I want to know. I would love to hear from the girlfriend because she was on the phone with him at 4. What time did they hang up? What happened? This neighbor, what was their conversation? The neighbor said he was crying. Oh shoot, YouTube is wild. I went from video games to a Muslim pushing Muhammad. What? Peter? What? This person probably say something again if you in the chat. You probably already gone. I'm not quite sure. Sound like he landed in the wrong spot. I don't know. Am I reading a troll message? Let me y'all please double tap the screen and smack the thumbs up. No B and E, okay? No B and E. Even if you in the clouds, in the bushes, in the trees, drop down and smack that thumbs up. And shout out to all the content creators in the bushes. I love y'all. Y'all drop on down. We can be friends. We could be friends. Okay. Remaining time. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, Daniel, I got to the point. Thank you so much you sent me a super sticker yesterday, I think, right? And I think it was you. Let me know if you did you send me a super sticker. Hello, everyone. Have a great Saturday. Happy Saturday to you too. Daniel, I got him. Okay, wait. Law Talk with Tone. Welcome in, Michelle. Okay, I was trying to see what y'all was saying, and also waiting on to the point because I think I feel bad if I miss. I'll be reading and doing other stuff. So thank you so much. I was like, how did I miss that? How did I miss it? I'm so sorry that I missed it because Bullets Gotti actually gave me a Cash App after you, and I must not have been looking, and then it kind of scrolled up real fast, so I totally missed it. But I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out to the point. like we like to get straight to the point on this channel. So okay, let me finish this up. So we got now we're at, we'll go to June 5th. I think I read this, but it says Anoka County Sheriff's Office asked residents in the area where he was last seen and asked them to check their properties for any suspicious items. Residents and businesses in the area were also asked to check their security footage for any sightings of Collins and any that might be suspicious. Now we're on June 6th, where authorities searched the waste management landfill in Elk River in connection with Collins disappearance. Wait a minute. So June 6th, they search. June 4th, authorities first started searching. Oh, they first started searching on the 4th, but they didn't actually go search until 2 days later on the 6th. And then 22 days later, they found human remains. So from June 6th to June 28th, they searched from June 6th to June 28th. Human remains were discovered. June 30th, DNA testing came back as a match for the 16-year-old boy. And all of this is all here. July 1st, law enforcement announced the death of Collins and provided an update on the investigation. July 7th, a whole dang on month, the father of Manny is finally arrested on probable cause. And on July 9th, former charges against Jordan Collins Sr. are filed. So these sources come from Fox News, and also it has court documents filed in the courts or whatever. This is, they state in their resources. Hold on. Crap. Held against his will. Okay. He did not deserve that at all. I mean, he was totally betrayed by his father. Shout out to Chip. I wasn't looking again. Thank you so much, Chip. How you doing? He said, blessings, Coach V. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. How you been, Chip? Happy Saturday. Shout out to you. Let's go. Shout out to you. Let's go. We appreciate you. Too many kids, teenagers losing their lives for nothing. And they are his own father. Shout out to Charlene Green. Shout out to my member in the building. I appreciate you. Okay. All right, let me pull up some stuff. Like I said, I'm running. I was running a little bit late, y'all. But let's see. Let's get into it. It shouldn't be too hard to find. Yeah, we start with these. Awful, man. And the grandmother thought he was a nice guy. One thing that I was thinking, I was like, because I was thinking that the father was fresh out of prison or something. I don't know what made me think that, but that's what I was thinking. And I was like, you have to be careful sending your kids with somebody that just got out of prison. father or not, even though that's not the case, but still, that's where my mind went. You don't want to do that at all because you don't know what happened to them while they were in there. And 9 times out of 10, they not the same person. I think he must have got something bad. Like, just having a certain religion shouldn't cause you to lose your mind like that. This dude finally arrested. See, I don't have my... Hold on. Okay, this is the mom. That's what I need to do. Let's do this. Let's close that. This stuff is, dang. I would have had it better organized, but it's going to be out of order, probably. I'm going to try to do it in order. But that requires me... Wait a minute, is this from yesterday? I will let this play while I'm looking for the other stuff. Hold on, y'all. Some father. And I'm sure the neighbor knows more too. The neighbor that said he was crying, what on earth would he have been crying about? And didn't get a chance to tell his mother about it, I'm assuming. We're going to go backwards a little bit.
The mother of Manny. And most of all, I stand here with her as a mother myself.
You know what? Instead of doing that, let me go to the uncle. I'm going to go to the uncle right quick. I think that'll be better because that's in the beginning stages. Really? As a matter of fact, I can let me pull this up because I went to the uncle's page. He was talking a little bit. Got a few things from over there. Let me move this right quick. Okay, let me go to that. So it looks like the uncle just created a page just for his nephew. And that post right there, he said, that was 4 days ago. He said, I don't mourn on social media. That's never been my way. I've been processing this with my cycle and my community the best way I know how. With my circle. I said cycle. I'm sitting up here like, cycle? What are we talking about here? Circle and my community the best way I know how. What happened to my nephew wasn't just a murder, it was a betrayal, pure calculated evil. Senior and I have been at odds for over a decade. But through it all, I made sure to maintain a solid relationship with Manny. Our bond was something real, unshakable, untouchable. That connection would never be broken. I'm fighting every single day for my nephew, physically, mentally, and spiritually. I'm out here putting in work, looking for the man who should have been his protector, but instead turned out to be the biggest coward walking this earth. I've known what kind of person Senior was since my youth. Really? So what's up with Senior? He's known since his youth what kind of person his brother was. The uncle said his brother was a pet. So if you saw his interview, yep, I heard him say that. That's why I was like, what happened to him in his childhood? You know what I'm saying? I wonder if they got the same parents and all of the stuff. Because I also heard him say, I ain't gonna bust you in the head like I did it before or something. So man, I wonder if his brother, I wonder who's the oldest. And I wonder if the brother tried him when he was a kid. You see what I'm saying? That way. So, he's known what kind of person his brother was since he was a kid. So he been a bad person. That's why I've always been seen as the head of the family. Many can vouch for that. That's why I've always been seen as the head of the family since I was young. Wow, I've carried that responsibility and moved with like a real G. This isn't an act. This isn't for show. This is who I am and always have been. Senior knows better than to cross paths with me. I've built teams, tracked him down, and we've made serious progress. And I'm going to keep saying it. Senior is a ped. Hold on. Is that on my screen? Oh, nope. Good. Okay, I cut it. I'm reading the same thing. I just cut it off because of this. And I'm glad I did, but I forgot. Okay. So, yeah, he is. Hold on. I've built teams, tracked him down, and I've made serious progress. And I'm going to keep saying it. Senior is a ped, a drug addict, a thief, a coward, and a child iller. And a lot of us don't believe he acted alone. I will never stop honoring my nephew's name and legacy he built in 16 years of his life. I will never stop being a soldier for God and for my family. Too many people out here lack honor and integrity. But to the real ones, to my homies, oh, and y'all can't see that no more. Let me see. Let me move this anyways. Let me do that. He said, too many people out here lack honor and integrity. But for the real ones, to my homies I grew up with, the ones who were ready to ride with me and risk their freedom for justice, thank you. To the OGs who hit the streets with me, thank you. That's real love. That's real loyalty. To Rondo community, we've been through some deep, painful, and unfair losses lately. It's time to start healing for real. It's time to shut the devil down and keep him buried. Justice is coming. Believe that. At Manny's World, he said. And somebody said, I can vouch for you. You have been leading, holding your family down for many years. I am so proud of you and I love you with all my heart. As an auntie who is also my sister's keeper, I have to say, If you find senior, please contact the police and wait for their arrival. Your life is on a positive journey, and I look forward to loving and watching your family and children in the future. Keep Manny's legacy alive by being the father to your children he deserved. To your children he deserved. I love you, sweetie, and I am here whenever you need me. Okay. Somebody said, Mike, you are so strong, and your mother knew you would always be a wonderful man. I am proud of your integrity and your strength. I cannot imagine the pain you and your family is going through. I wish I could alleviate the cruelty of the situation. Oh man, I'm so sorry, Mikey. That's devastating, and I can't imagine what you guys are going through. Okay. All right. So somebody said, I love you, Don, Dea, Soli, Mikey. You have always been exactly who you are, protector of your mom's household. And I know your mom is and would be proud of you. So his mom passed. I know Manny, I'm assuming, thanks you for unwandering love and commitment to find him and to continue until justice is served. You are the strongest person I know. The way you carry yourself with all that has happened, I applaud your family for real. You know I got you for life, brother. Okay, hold on. And then there's a video of Manny working out, and I meant to put it in here, but they had said that that's what the mother was saying. She was like, he had plans. He had just got a job at, I think she said, Planet Fitness at a gym. He had just got a job at a gym. She was gonna be taking him to get his Social Security card and all of this business together and all of that stuff. Both Sweet D and Karen have valid points. Law is right. Okay, Karen, that could be possible. Let's see what Karen said. Sweet D, I thought the same thing. Dad was dad jealous of their relationship? I wonder. Exactly. You got a point. He could have been, because he know that he couldn't be the man that his brother was, and maybe he even thought the dad and the brother and the mother could have had something going on, or maybe he just was psycho crazy and just did this. I don't know, but you got a valid point. It sounds like it's some deep rooted stuff, just by him saying what he said. I've been knowing what type of person he is since my youth. This is deep rooted. This is who he is. Or did it to Manny, and that's why Manny was seen crying? You know what? He could have. He could have, man. He absolutely could have. That's crazy, man. But the mother says she talked to him that day, and I don't know. I don't remember if the neighbor said he seen him crying that day. Hold on, let me listen to that again. We ain't listened at nothing yet. I don't want to start with the mother though. Let's go back up here, because those videos is up here. There's been a lot going on. They had a visual and all that stuff. It's in one of these videos, first couple. Okay. How dare you? Okay, so we should be good with these for a minute. I think so. This one has the grandmother speaking a little bit, but it's not like the full thing. But we'll start here, y'all. And then I'm going to keep reading too when I get done with this. Let's go.
Really, he loved everyone, you know. But we was like the special ones in his life.
A Twin Cities teenager gone. The 7-week search for Manny Collins is over. Thanks for joining us this evening.
The hunt for that missing teenager ended this weekend during a dig at a landfill in Elk River. That is where authorities finally unearthed the 16-year-old's remains. Collins vanished from Columbia Heights in May. Investigators now think that someone killed him. The teenager's heartbroken family told Reg Chapman that what they're seeking now is justice.
A great-grandmother fighting back tears on one of the worst days of her life.
And I know I have to be strong to get through this because his mother gonna need me.
Manny disappeared on May 8th, last seen at this apartment complex in Columbia Heights where he was living with his father. Investigators say this tip came 5 days later.
And that video showed some evidence that would suggest the body might have made its way into a dumpster and into a garbage truck.
And that led search crews here, the Elk River Landfill, where they sifted through tons of debris for 4 weeks.
I assure you it's a sobering experience to work in a landfill like that, only to discover someone else's child.
Investigators tapped into technology on the garbage truck to finally find Manny.
So they had a pretty clear idea of which refuse to search through. They used the term cell, so they knew that the garbage truck we were interested would have made a deposit in a specific cell.
Before the devastating discovery, his mother Ashley said the search was more than she could bear.
It's horrifying. Like, I had to turn the news off when I seen it. Nothing good comes to my mind when I see that.
Now Manny's family only wants one thing: justice.
Now, not later, now.
Mary is thankful for the community's support.
Thank everyone and for the support and love and prayers. And, you know, yeah, I really appreciate that.
And asked for continued prayers for Manny's mother.
She's taking it very hard. She said it's her fault, you know, but I keep telling her it's not your fault. And that he's gone because God wanted him.
With photojournalist Chris Cruz, Reg Chapman, WCCO News.
We don't yet know how Collins died. Investigators have said that they have a person of interest in this case. The sheriff says they are using every available resource to make an arrest and get justice for Manny.
All right, there is still no sign of Manny Collins, and it's been 3 weeks since anyone has seen him. The 16-year-old, he was last seen in Columbia Heights on May 8th, reportedly staying with his father. Now, the teen's family and authorities now want the public's help in finding him. Our Karen Scullin spoke with Manny's uncle today. She joins us from our newsroom now to take us through that conversation. First off, Karen, are there any updates on the investigation here?
Well, nothing major, but it's clear there are still a lot of moving parts. They're still asking people with tips, videos, or photos to send them in. This while family is pleading with the boy's father to cooperate in the search to find Manny. This afternoon, the Anoka County Sheriff's Office was back at the apartment building where Manny Collins was staying with his father. They walked out with what appeared to be evidence bags as the search for the missing 16-year-old continues.
I love him, and I'm not letting up. I'm not letting up.
Manny's uncle, Mike Wilson, believes his nephew is alive but is being held against his will. He's looking to his estranged brother, the boy's father, for answers, whom he has reached out to, that says his brother is not cooperating with the investigation.
My nephew is missing, and the last person he was seen with hasn't. It's not rocket science. We're not building no rockets, man. It's common sense. You know, when he's yelling, I need a lawyer, I need a lawyer.
Mike and Manny are very close and talk a lot. Manny has never indicated that his father is violent in any way, but he said they do have their differences over religion. It is not known if that has anything to do with his disappearance.
If you got a soul, if you got a heart, why would you want to be a part of something like that? Why would you even want to put somebody through that?
Meanwhile,
heck
the
is
sheriff's
going
office
on
today
here?
says investigators are still following up on leads to determine possible areas of future searches, including any formal searches where they might request additional assistance.
All roads point to one thing, and I just want my nephew to be able to come home and enjoy his summer so we can go on these bike rides and just go to the lake, man, and just chill. Like that's what he likes to do, and that's what I like to do.
Now, I did communicate with Manny's mother today. She's obviously very distraught, but also expressed frustration over not being able to share more for fear that it could hurt the investigation. Now, to be clear, Manny's father has not been named a suspect, and the person of interest has not been identified as him. So right now, it's family wishing he would cooperate, law enforcement wishing he would cooperate more. Obviously, so many people looking for this teen, hoping that he's home soon.
I don't even know, because I wasn't listening, if this was the one where the neighbor said he was crying. What the heck?
In the newsroom, Karen Scullin, Fox 9.
Yeah, hoping to find answers for that family. Thanks, Karen. Okay,
It's the news that a lot of people were fearing, an intensive, incredibly intensive 4-week search of that landfill near Elk River. They have found the remains of 16-year-old Manny Collins, who had been missing since May 8th. That was Mother's Day. So we want to play you a portion of the press conference.
Oh, Mother's Day was on May 8th? Dang, I didn't even realize that was on Mother's Day.
Here just a short time ago. And then on the other side of it, our Karen Scullin has been following this very, very closely. She's been keeping in touch with Ashley, Manny's mom, and she'll join us here right afterwards. So let's.
Well, before we do that, let me finish with the uncle, because the uncle, he had a picture here, and Manny was working out. He posted 2 days ago. He said, "We will spend hours in the gym. I'm teaching Manny the basics of boxing and all the things I was eager to learn at his age when it came to fitness and being healthy. I will never stop honoring you or your legacy you built. You were my inspiration in life since the day I met you. I wanted to be a father and give you cousins to pass the game to." So he didn't have kids. "I wanted to be a father and give you cousins to pass the game to. I am sorry for the betrayal. We will not let you go out like that. We know he couldn't face you like a man. We know he was envious of you." Oh my God. "I will never forget your handsome face or demeanor, like a Don that you had real smooth, real player, really fly. I love you, boy." That's so sad. And then he got this video of Manny working out, just lifting a little barbell. So sad. Let's see. Long live Manny. Wow. Somebody said, "Man, this is unreal. He was such a good little dude." Sending so much love across miles over, across the miles. Okay, hold on. And then they also, they had like a place called Willard's Bar. They had Manny Collins. In memory of Manny Collins, we at Willard's Bar are hosting a Taco Tuesday benefit for him and his mother, Ashley, tomorrow, tomorrow, Tuesday, July 8th. Damn. On Mother's Day, she lost her son, man. God, hold on, y'all. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna let this play. Damn.
Listen.
Since law enforcement's involvement, multiple individuals have been interviewed, evidence has been forensically analyzed, and coordinated searches have occurred. The investigation led law enforcement to search the waste management landfill in Elk River beginning on June 4th, 2025. While conducting landfill search this past weekend, a human body was located. Further DNA testing was conducted, and sadly, the body has been identified as belonging to Manny Collins. CHPD, Anoka County Sheriff's Office, BCA, and FBI, and all agencies who have assisted in the search express their condolences to Manny's mother, Ashley, his family, and friends. Manny's death is a gigantic loss to our community, and we stand with you during this time. The autopsy has been completed. Cause of death has not yet been determined, pending further testing. CHPD, Anoka County Sheriff's Office, BCA, and FBI are continuing to investigate Manny's death. Teams remain at the landfill searching for evidence. We all want to ensure that justice is served. Every available resource is being directed toward the lawful arrest of anyone responsible for Manny's death.
We were offered information that led to a video, and that video showed some evidence that would suggest the body might have made its way into a dumpster and into a garbage truck. So that's what led us.
Is Jordan Collins Sr. still in the area, and is he cooperating with investigators?
We're still talking to Jordan Collins Sr. So yes.
Is he a person of interest?
I'm going to step aside from that question for a moment. It's still all part of the ongoing investigation. But of course, the next stage for us is getting from the place now that we're at where we found the body. That's an important piece. There's lots of other forensic and medical examination that needs to be done before we take the next steps. But we're happy with the progress of the investigation, and we're going to keep moving forward until we get an arrest.
Y'all, please share it out.
Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, the human body was found on Saturday afternoon, and it took some time to make the DNA verification, and that DNA verification happened yesterday.
Our Karen Scullin joining us now. Karen, you've been covering this story pretty much from the get-go here. You've been in communication with Manny's mother, Ashley, throughout this process. Have you had a chance to speak to her recently?
Not recently. I did reach out to her today. She did not respond, understandably. I had seen some social media posts that.
So they had a balloon release. And I'm a let that play while I finish reading what I have here. Y'all see his music in the background. We can't do the music. So, okay, I was saying that there was a restaurant that actually did like a fundraiser for him. And it says Taco Tuesday benefit for him and his mother, Ashley, tomorrow, Tuesday, July 8th. At 6 p.m. And then the food, they said all proceeds, tacos, will go to the mother of him and will be in the building. Let's get together and support. And then that was attached to this flyer. Wow. That's something, y'all, that she literally has a picture of her son with a Mother's Day balloon, flowers, and a box of something. Wow. Damn. That is hurtful. And then his uncle was just like, he was posting flyers every day. They made quite a few, which I didn't put any of them in here. But we gonna go to the uncle right now because he had a lot to say about his brother, which he said he ain't calling him brother. He ain't his brother. His mom on June 18th posted, "I'm offering a 10K reward for anyone that can get my son home to me. It's been 42 days since I've talked to him. I miss him so much." His uncle on June 4th. Wait a minute. On June 4th, his uncle posted, "All that matters right now is bringing Manny home to his mother. Ashley deserves to hug her son, to have peace, closure, and the truth. The only thing standing in the way is Jordan Sr., a coward, a snake, a pred, a drug addict, failure of a criminal who's been dodging responsibilities his whole life. He needs to be arrested and held accountable immediately. I've said it before. I take matters into my own hands. We risk losing the real lead. We risk losing the only real lead we have on where Manny is. And yet, for some reason, it's been over a month and law enforcement still hasn't detained or questioned the last known person to be with Manny." See what I'm saying? I don't get their tactics, but or if it was tactics, I don't know. Like, he should have been detained immediately, you would think, but ultimately, they did it. It just took a while for them to do it. I would never understand. I will never understand. It should never be a delay. Shout out to Chocolate 313 in the building. How you doing? What is wrong with these parents? This is so sad. It really is. Wow, what is going on now? Yep, we talking about Manny Collins. His own father took his head off. His own dad. If you can call him that. Damn, like, what the hell? Wonder what happened to in their household. I just wonder, if anything, sometimes you can come from a normal household and be weird, but I don't know, y'all. So let me finish reading what he said. He said, he says, and yet for some reason it's been over a month and law enforcement still hasn't detained or questioned the last known person to be with Manny. A man who has no legal representation, no resources, and no character. He's not some misunderstood figure. He's a straight up groomer, a manipulator, a spineless parasite who has preyed on family for years and always slithered away when it mattered. Wow. So this dude, he sound like a Jarvis. He sound like he got some Jarvis tendencies. I mean, especially since he calling them all the names that Jarvis is, and then he threw family in there. He's a straight up groomer. So, man, this boy, he probably, man. I wonder if he did that. This is someone I know personally. I lived with him. I've seen him be a monster to people I love. Wow. I had to step up and protect my own mother from his disgusting behavior. He's never had a heart, never had honor. I've put him in his place before, and I'll do it again if I have to. I don't speak out like this lightly. But this isn't just family drama. This is about a missing child, an innocent boy, and the absolute lowest kind of man being allowed to walk free. Did he know his nephew was with his brother prior to this? I wonder, did he know? You would think he would know because he's close to his nephew, right? Your mouth still healing. Get well soon, Chocolate. Man, I know that take a while. Can you eat yet at least? Hey, Kyla. She said, wow, this is crazy. It really is, man. I wonder, did he know prior or did he find out? Because what he's saying, and you know, sometimes you can think people change, but all the stuff that he's saying, it sounds like, I wonder how much did the mother know? Because if a person is a pet, they don't care where they stick it. They don't. I don't believe they do. So I'll say it again. Why hasn't Jordan Sr. been detained? He was the last person seen with Manny. What are we waiting for? Is there any way we can push the law to actually detain this clown? And to anyone feeling some type of way about what I'm saying, we are not hard to find. I won't stop until he is found and with his mother and his father is under the jail. Dang. Wow. Okay. Let's go here. He said, my nephew has been missing for almost a month. In 7 days, it will be 1 full month. And this was June 2nd that he posted this. The last person he was seen was with his father, Jordan Collins Sr., who has been completely avoidant and refuses to cooperate with his own son, for his own son. What type of coward puts your kids in danger or tries to force a religion they picked up in jail because they couldn't hold their own? True coward, true snake. Coward or Jordan Collins Sr. is a fucking disgrace. That's what his brother said. Triggers. You may hear some explicit language here, but I'ma try to control that as much as I can. But he did give a disclaimer saying that it was explicit language. It's not super long, but we gonna listen. We want to know. We want to know. Hold on. As soon as I unhook these earbuds.
This is all to my knowledge, so I could be off.
Oh, was he on mute? Hold on. Did it go back on? What are we doing here? Hold on.
Not referring to him as my brother. His dad, right?
Why do it keep doing that? Dang, hold on, man. It's about to irritate my soul. Let's do this. I gotta go all the way in the phone, disconnect it, and all that. Because everything wanna work right.
Islam, super radical. So my nephew's been missing for damn near a month, right? At first, you know, we trying to figure everything out, trying to figure out like what the fuck's going on, what happened. You know, he been over at his pop's crib, I want to say since March. This is all to my knowledge, so I could be off on the dates, but he was at his dad's house since March.
March.
Everybody that know, they know that his dad, and we're just gonna stop referring to him as my brother. His dad, everybody know, his dad been on this Islam, super radical, super extreme, trying to just convert every fucking living organism. to Islam. And it's like, bro, you need to chill and pump your brakes, bro. That's your journey. So I'm going to just put that in the air and let y'all piece together that shit. But if you've been around, you know what's been going on. Me personally, I washed my hands with bro in 2020. Like, I gave him a spot, let him live there. He showed me who he was once again. I stopped rocking with dude. On top of that, he was already on some weird shit and moving like a predator on some grooming shit. So I don't get down like that. So I had to cut bro off. Completely.
What was he doing? Tell us, man.
My nephew staying over there. The nigga's been weird.
Triggers.
He's been hella extreme. He's been trying to force that on Manny. He's been trying to just force it on everybody. And everybody been keeping a distance. A lot of people. But fast forward to this situation. Manny is not the type of kid, young man, boy, however you want to call it, to just up and dip.
So they found his son in a landfill with his head off. That's what they did. He went missing on May 8th, and they just found, or May 8th, and they just found him on the 7th of this month. Exactly what was he trying to do? Exactly, Kyla. I would love to know. And Chocolate says, so why didn't the cops pick up the son? It's so sad because he went missing on the 8th, and the mom didn't report him missing until the 12th because the father was lying, talking about Manny was on his way home to his granny and to the girlfriend and all of this weird stuff. And the girlfriend, as far as I know, was the last one on the phone or outside of that household to talk to him. They fell asleep on FaceTime talking. And then nobody heard from him again. And ultimately, the police, when they did get the retrieving information, they got some footage and found the father taking him to the dumpster. And that's what led them to Elk Landfill, where they dug out there for a month before they found his body. In the jacket that the father said that he was last seen in, but of course, I don't know if they were able to piece everything back together. If not back together, but if they found the head.
Disappear for days at a time, man. My nephew don't do that. He'll let somebody know something by now, man. And when we try to all get together with his dad, he's not even showing like a sense of urgency. He's honestly sounding like he's been getting high again. I call him, he's sounding all slumped. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's smoking meth. I don't know if he's on heroin. I don't know what the fuck dude is doing. He's weird. But when I'm calling him and trying to link up with him to find my nephew, he's nowhere to be found. He's trying to dodge me. I'm like, I'm about to pull up. He's like, oh, no. Oh, I'm about to go here. I'm going to go hand off. I'm like, bro, if your son went missing by your crib, why are you trying to go to St. Paul and over on Lake Street to pass out flyers, bro? Let's start here. You know what I'm saying? So he starts getting, like, real suspicious. That's just to me. Again, I ain't even talked to nobody really. And then about 3 days into all of this, he starts slipping up even more. Like I said, I don't know if bro is getting high, but the way he was moving, he's starting to slip up again. And I'm like, yo, where you at? He's like, oh, I got to go to the mosque and pray, blah, blah, blah. And by this time, I'm already feeling like something's off. He wouldn't really, like, tell me to come to the crib. He'll try to tell me to meet him somewhere. And then, like, say he's going somewhere else. I'm like, yeah, bro, something's going on, bro. And I feel like the way he is, he might have my nephew somewhere trying to force that Islam shit onto him. And I keep putting it out in the air, man. Like I said, this ain't no street shit. This ain't none of that shit people be trying to glorify and be on, bro. This is a young man, a 16-year-old young man. This is my nephew. This is Ashley's son. This is Dawn's grandson. You feel me? And My brother, man, he knows something, man, and the police will not detain this fucking clown and question him. He's not smart. He don't got a fucking job. He don't got no money. He don't got no lawyer. And any group of people he usually get around, he always moves with the weirdos. So he's in that community, he's moving with some fucking weirdos. And, like, we can take matters into our own hand, but it's like, where's Manny at? We want Manny. We want Manny. That's what we want. We want to find Manny so he can go back home to his mom. Me and Pizzo pulled up to the mosque. Could have took matters into our own hand. We try to bring the police. They don't do nothing. They don't do nothing, man. So I'm just putting it out there once again. They said the sheriffs, the FBI, whoever, they monitor everything else on social media. Here's the video. Y'all need to question my brother. He's been a weirdo. He's been a predator.
Triggers.
He's been a groomer.
Triggers.
He's been all of those things. This nigga hang out with Deron Parker.
Who's
Do
that?
your fucking research. If you hang out with a weirdo, you are a weirdo, bro. I don't give a fuck. All his other siblings talking about Jordan needs forgiveness. That, fuck no. Y'all moving around with Stockholm syndrome, bro. Jordan Sr. is a weirdo. He run with nothing but weirdos. Simple. I want to find my nephew, man. And I don't want to go hurt nobody trying to find my nephew. So I'm just asking the law, man. I'm asking y'all, man, find out where my nephew is. Please. That's all we want. That's all his mom want. That's all his family want. Just get Manny back with his mom, man. Jordan don't got no money. He don't got no lawyer. He's hiding with the weirdos in that community. It's simple, man. It's simple. It's simple. It's simple, man. But he needs to be questioned for real. And he needs to be detained for real, man. I done seen people get detained for less. This shit is crazy, but I want them to find my nephew. That's all I want. That's all I want. Find Manny. That's it.
Okay. Hold on. Let me go. And then there's another one we gonna listen to. This one
goal is to find Manny.
So this one is about, it's under 6 minutes, and let me see something. Like I said, his page, it looked like he just started his page so he could do what he doing. What the heck just happened here?
Is to find Manny, and I'm just trying to use all the resources, all the technology resources, everything that we got to find Manny. This is to just bring light to everything going on. We all know that his dad has not been helpful whatsoever. We all know that his dad's character is cowardly. We all know that his dad's character is a manipulator, a liar, a thief, a groomer, a predator. We know that he's all those things, and his actions throughout all of this just show that that's true. As somebody who speaks for my side of the family, I'm speaking up to just, let it be known that we want Jordan Sr. detained and questioned. We want him arrested.
Why can't I go in here?
I don't even
What's the damn
want to
address
put that on nobody, but we want him arrested. We want him detained. It's so unsettling to even say that about your own sibling, but this is the reality. He's the last person that was with Manny. He's the last person to see Manny, to talk to Manny, and Manny just disappears. We all know Jordan Sr. been weird with that relationship. We all know that he's been super extreme, trying to convert everybody. It got to the point where my own mom was like, I don't even want him at my house. And that's not the first time that she's had to reach out to me about how
Oh,
he is.
wait. So the mom is still alive?
He's abusive to her too. Manipulates her. Gaslights her. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on for so long.
Wait, did he say they mom or his
We
mom?
all know Jordan Sr. been weird with that religion shit. We all know that he's been super extreme, trying to convert everybody. You know, it got to the point where my own mom was like, I don't even want him at my house.
Yeah, they got the
And that's not the first time
maybe
that she's had to reach out to me about how he is. Because he's abusive to her too. Manipulates her. Gaslights her. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on for so long. Part of the reason why I stopped having a relationship with dude. But bottom line is, he is the person that needs to be spoken to. He needs to be dealt with accordingly. I don't want me and my people to take matters into our own hands and jeopardize what we got going on. But we're just asking for legal representatives, whoever.
See, this is the part where I wish that the police would just let the family know, look, we are investigating, don't worry about it. You know, just give them comfort in knowing that they actually are doing something. Because you don't know, like you're antsy as a parent thinking that they not doing nothing because you don't see the brother locked up. But if they would have just maybe said something, because a lot of times these cops, they don't be communicating with the family. And I know, like, it was one of these interviews that I had put up. The lady said that she had talked to the mother that day, but she knew, she said she probably knew that they were searching, but she did not know that they had it televised looking out there for the son. And I guess it really did something to her. So, I mean, that would be good if they could communicate.
The sheriffs, FBI, whoever's on this case, ATF, I don't know. Whoever's on this, please do something. Detain him. He does not have money for a lawyer. He's broke.
So the guy talking, his brother unalived his 16-year-old nephew. He didn't know at the time, but they found him out in a landfill with decapitated.
He does not have any type of income. He's broke. And any type of income that he does have is illegal. So how y'all gonna handle that? People can feel how they want to feel about the information I'm putting out there, but Ashley's son is missing, my nephew's missing, and there's a lot.
Welcome in, Kaiser, for life.
A lot of people who love and care about Manny. There's a lot of people who know Manny and know that this is so suspicious. Despite Jordan being all those things that I said earlier, he's never been harmful to Manny. He's never hurt Manny. He's never been abusive to Manny. So this is just, it's a nightmare right now.
So what
And I'm trying to stay calm because, like I said, I don't want to go and jeopardize my freedom. But this is my nephew, and I love my nephew, and I love Ashley and her family. So I'm just asking for the community, everybody who knows any type of resource that can push this and bring this to light. I know it's been on the news, but let's just keep pushing it and just let it be known. Jordan Collins Sr., suspect. This is your son. Like I said before, this is your son. Where is the urgency? Why are you hiding? Why you tell me your own brother who lived in the same house with you all our life? We struggled together, lights off, all that. Poor. You tell me you need a lawyer? All the things that I done seen you do coming up, running the streets, you telling me you need a lawyer all of a sudden? Come on, man. You playing games and you playing with God. Stop doing that. If you see this, just come holler at us. Let's figure this out. I don't love you. I don't respect you. But I want to find my nephew. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to bust you in the head again. I'm not going to do that. I just want to find Manny. get him back with Ashley. That's it. Let's just keep bringing this to light. Let's just keep stepping for Manny any way we can. I know not everybody can be outside. Not everybody can go to places and wait outside of places and survey places, but we got this technology and we got community, so let's just bring awareness to this and let it be known. Jordan Sr., suspicious. You ain't helping nobody find Manny. You've been extreme. You've been radical. You've been like this. Man up. Man up. Let's find Manny by any means.
Okay, so that is what the brother had to say, and he had it titled "Bring Manny Home, Keep Spreading Awareness." We have to use all resources from all of our networks nationwide to bring Manny home and reunite him with Ashley. As Manny's uncle, I won't stop until I have answers. We must find Jordan Sr. and detain him. He has no money, nothing, and should not be walking free. Below in the comments, I've dropped a template you all can use to reach out to representatives across the country to contact information. So the uncle was desperately trying to find his nephew. Oh, they talking about some other stuff. More headlines. Okay, so let's go to that one. Let me see what y'all saying. So yeah, this dude, he was guilty of sin. Now, I wonder if he ever unalived somebody before. Why would you take your own son out? I'm talking about it had to be deeper. Like maybe the hate for his brother, the jealousy of his son. You just heard him say that he was envious of his own son. That's why I want to know, how much was he actually in his life? Is this the uncle talking right here? Wait, let me see what they talking about. What? That ain't gonna work out. Yeah, that ain't gonna work out over here. Like, what the hell? What? Can y'all hear him? Can y'all hear that? Is it just my ears popping or what? That is a horrible mic. Good Lord. Okay, so, all right, let me pull something else up. We can't do that one. Bad audio is my pet peeve. We ain't doing that one. Okay, let me pull up this other video. As a matter of fact, let me see what else I got here.
It's the news that a lot of people were fearing, an intensive, incredibly intensive 4-week search of that land.
Now, this is breaking news from the WCCO.
You're looking live at the Anoka County Sheriff's Office, where any moment now they will start a press conference with authorities just took the podium and will beginning to learn
Today,
more.
law enforcement will be providing updates in the investigation into the disappearance of Jordan Collins Jr., commonly known by his nickname of Manny. Speaking today is Columbia Heights Police Chief Matt Markham, Anoka County Sheriff Brad Wise. They are also joined by BCA Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Colleen Myrie, and FBI Special Agent in Charge, Alvin Winston Sr. Please note, while the investigation updates will be shared, the ongoing nature of the investigation may prevent some details from being shared at this time. With that.
All right, thank you for being here. Manny Collins, age 16, of Columbia Heights, Minnesota, was last seen on May 8th, 2025, and reported missing on May 12th, 2025. Since law enforcement's involvement, multiple individuals have been interviewed, evidence has been forensically analyzed, and coordinated searches have occurred. The investigation led law enforcement to search the waste management landfill in Elk River beginning on June 4th, 2025. While conducting landfill search this past weekend, a human body was located. Further DNA testing was conducted, and sadly, the body has been identified as belonging to Manny Collins. CHPD, Anoka County Sheriff's Office, BCA, and FBI, and all agencies who have assisted in the search express their condolences to Manny's mother, Ashley, his family, and friends. Manny's death is a gigantic loss to our community, and we stand with you during this time. The autopsy has been completed. Cause of death has not yet been determined, pending further testing. CHPD, Anoka County Sheriff's Office, BCA, and FBI are continuing to investigate Manny's death. Teams remain at the landfill searching for evidence. We all want to ensure that justice is served. Every available resource is being directed toward the lawful arrest of anyone responsible for Manny's death.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Brad Wise. I'm the Anoka County Sheriff. We called this press conference because obviously we no longer need the public's assistance to try to find Manny. Unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, he's been found. I want the public to know also that the investigation is not stagnant. I think the fact that a 4-week search of the landfill illustrates pretty clearly the tenacity of law enforcement in bringing justice. This is a complex investigation, so we're going to be guarded about some information that we do share. That said, is that we are going to continue to work until we are able to seek justice for Manny's mom, Ashley. Other important partners have been helping us along the way, not least of which is the Midwest Regional Forensic Laboratory, which has conducted has processed the biological evidence. I will like to note, though, that we would continue to ask for the public's assistance, especially if they may know something about Manny or his habits in the last several months. But if somebody has a thought that might be helpful for investigators, the BCA resource line still exists, the 1-877-996-6222, or the BCA tip email address at bca.tips@state.mn.us. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all the agencies that helped us with the search, not least of which is our federal and state partners who have been essential. The FBI flew in experts from Virginia on landfill searches that were able to help us coordinate our efforts to be the most efficient we can be with the staff. Over the course of the last 4 weeks, we literally had hundreds of searchers from over 30 different agencies. We had young people from forensic science colleges like Hamline University, to fire departments, to police departments, to sheriff's offices, all have been participating in this search. We literally combed through, at this point, almost 180,000 cubic feet of refuse, literally one rake at a time. I assure you it's a sobering experience to work in a landfill like that, only to discover someone else's child. Again, just to restate, the tenacity of law enforcement will keep moving forward from this date. We will find justice. Right now, the most important matter at this stage is that the medical examiner is conducting a review, and we're looking forward to hearing a cause of death. So, thank you.
We'll open it up to any questions.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What is the landfill?
Yeah, that was, we were offered information that led to a video, and that video showed some evidence that would suggest the body might have made its way into a dumpster and into a garbage truck. So that's what led us.
Is Jordan Collins Sr. still in the area? Is he cooperating with investigators?
We're still talking to Jordan Collins Sr. So yes.
Is he a person of interest? Sure.
I'm going to step aside from that question for a moment. It's still all part of the ongoing investigation. But of course, the next stage for us is getting from the place now that we're at where we We found the body. That's an important piece. There's lots of other forensic and medical examination that needs to be done before we take the next steps. But we're
So
happy
sad,
with the
man.
progress of the investigation, and we're going to keep moving forward until we get an arrest.
Can you all narrow down like when you found the remains, like Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, the human body was found on Saturday afternoon, and it took some time to make the DNA verification, and that DNA verification happened yesterday.
Were all of his remains recovered?
It's important that we maintain the integrity of the investigation, so I'm going to step aside from that question if you don't mind.
Can you explain again, you talked about it was 180,000 cubic feet, but it took a month. What do you do? Dig deep into a landfill? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, actually the landfill operator, Waste Management, can't speak highly enough of them. They've been enormously helpful. They geofence trash that goes into their landfill. So they had a pretty clear idea of which refuse to search through. They used the term cell. So they knew that the garbage truck we were interested would have made a deposit in a specific cell. Interesting side note, that cell was 200 feet by 200 feet by 4 feet compacted. And so bigger than a football field, or something approaching a football field, only 4 feet deep of compacted trash. And it's one scoop at a time loaded in a truck and then spread out. And then we go through it with rakes. It was a hand search with a rake. That's why it was so labor intensive. Literally something approaching 10,000 hours of work has been put in so far to raking through that refuse.
Just to go into that just a little bit more, so like if you knew that this dumpster in particular is of interest, was the garbage company able to tell you that that dumpster gets put in this area of the landfill and that therefore that's where we should search?
It's more like the landfill knew where they had garbage trucks fill a cell. So they had a numbered cell, and they would sell trucks from that particular day would have all put their trash into that cell, and then they close the cell and then they move on to another cell. So they're very organized in how trash is deposited.
And do you know where the truck came from or anything about before it got to the landfill? Like where the...
Yeah, all that would be known information. All the trucks are, geo-tracked by their employers and such. So it was all important investigative work that was done. A lot of work was done behind the scenes with detectives. It wasn't just the landfill. The detectives, both our detectives and Columbia Heights detectives, have been very active in backtracking that stuff. Yes.
I'm a suspect. Did you have a person of interest right now? Did they have a pickup in Columbia Heights? Is that...
Yes. Yes.
Can you tell us when the cause of death was? He's been missing since the 8th. Based on the detail of what you know a lot about where this garbage came from and when it happened. You got a video. Any idea of the timeline? We call it time of death, not cause.
Well, he was last known to be alive May 8th, and we can backtrack the garbage truck to May 13th. So our time window would be in there.
And Sheriff, can you shed some more light on, I mean, we've heard it, from the mother, some details, but what happened with Manny? Like, did he go to visit his father and that's where he was last seen? What can you tell us concerning, his last known movements when he was alive?
Yeah, I think I'm going to retain that information for now, if you don't mind.
Follow up on the suspect situation. Questions were asked about his father, but in general, forget about his father. Is there a person of interest in this crime? I think you had made that
Yes.
clear earlier. There was.
Yes, there is a person of
But you
interest.
won't say who that is.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Just to go back to the video, so the trash was taken from Columbia Heights. Is there a specific location, or you want to share with us?
The dumpster was in Columbia Heights, and I'll leave it at that.
We'll take one more question.
How close are we to more news, such as a possible, I know you don't announce when arrest is going to be made, but might there be more news later today? Or are we looking at significant time here?
we're in constant communication with the Anoka County Attorney's Office, and a decision on what the next steps of the case will be a collaboration between our office, Columbia Heights PD, and the Anoka County Attorney's Office. It's too soon for me to speculate on that, but we are waiting on forensic evidence to come back, some of the processing, those sorts of things.
Is this now a murder investigation?
Well, a dead body wound up in a landfill, so I guess draw your own conclusion, yes.
And with that, if we will be in contact with further information, I do have a news release to share.
All right.
So thank you very
Thank you,
much.
everyone. Thank you for coming.
We have just learned more about the discovery of the body of 16-year-old Manny Collins. He went missing.
Y'all, please smack the thumbs up. We're going to go to the mom right quick. I think this is a different one. Hold on, y'all. Let me get straighter to the points. Okay, yeah, this is something different. This is prior to, I think this is like in the beginning. Let me look.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Tierney Peters. I'm the Community Relations Coordinator here at the Anoka County Sheriff's Office. Today, law enforcement and the family of Jordan Collins Jr., commonly known by his nickname of Manny, will be discussing the investigation into his disappearance. Speaking today is Columbia Heights Police Chief Matt Markham.
Welcome in,
Anoka
Justice
County Sheriff
Jay.
Brad Wise. Manny's mother, Ashley Berry, with close family, Ebony Baines, Brianka Fountain, Tashira Fort, and Cassie Hunter. Please note, we will have investigative updates to share, this is an ongoing investigation, and some details may not be available at this time. With that being said, Chief Markham.
Good afternoon. Manny Collins, age 16, of Columbia Heights, Minnesota, was last seen on May 8th, 2025, near the 4900 block of University Avenue Northeast in the city of Columbia Heights. Manny is 5'8", 140 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes.
Okay, so the one that wait a minute, this is the same guy. Hold on, that's from 11 days ago. $11 days ago. Wait, what's the timestamp on this one? What the? We keep going. Hold on.
He was last seen wearing a white ribbed tank top with red and black plaid pants. There's been no known phone or social media use by him since. Multiple individuals have been interviewed. Coordinated searches were conducted at parks in the neighborhood near 49th and University Avenue Northeast in Columbia Heights. Manny was not located. Forensic evidence has been collected and testing is ongoing.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brad Wise. I'm the sheriff of Anoka County.
So this one would be the first one. Like, this is from May 28th. And the one that we just listened to before that is July 1st. And welcome in to everybody. Let me see what y'all saying right quick. Shout out to Mouthpiece. He said, yeah, this is a very sad case. It really is. What type of father does this to his own son? It ain't no reason for it. None. I would love to know more from the brother. Like, what type of child, what happened to him as a kid? Why was he like that? Did something happen in the household? Handsome young man, this makes me sick to my stomach. Exactly, Charlene. It's awful. Like, your father, he was just going to try to get help with his math in school. He was taking online classes. So the mother thought, oh, your dad is smart. He's good with math. You can go stay with him. Now, I didn't know that he had been staying with him since, what they said, May. or March. He actually said March. He had been staying with him since March, but I heard the mother say that he was coming back home June 4th. Dang, he couldn't just let
The
him go home.
investigation into the disappearance of Manny is a joint effort between the Sheriff's Office and the Columbia Heights Police Department. In addition, we are utilizing resources from the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension.
So I just said this is from May 28th, and I'm looking on the mother's page because Manny went missing on May 8th, and she reported him missing on May 12th because the father was lying and making him think he was okay and on his way home and all kind of stuff. So on May 12th, she posted, "Missing. My son has been missing since Thursday, May 8th. His name is Jordan Collins Jr. He's 16 years old. He's 5'7". If anyone has him or any information, please contact me on here." Okay, and then she put a couple pictures of him up. Let me see. And then she went on to post on May 13th. Somebody must have said her son has been found like the very next day. That could have been the father lying and trying to make, damage control or whatever. But she just posted, "My son has not been found. Please stop spreading false information." The very next day after she said that. What the heck? People are sick. People jumping in saying they'll share it and stuff like that. That's awful. And this case don't have enough eyes on it either. It absolutely don't. Like, sick. Yes, welcome in everybody. Y'all, please smack that thumbs up if you haven't got a chance to. God bless the mama. My heart goes out to her. Absolutely. And she's blaming herself. She's blaming herself. A true tragedy. These fathers supposed to teach them the right way to their sons. Lord, what is going on with people? I never understand how people could be so evil. Then my mother passed and my family did. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Welcome in, Tawana. Wow. It sounds extremely despicable. Exactly, Bob. Bob Billy in the house. Billy Bob. Was the son trans? Is that why the father did it? I hadn't heard anything like that. Let me pull up the pictures. I had not. He had a girlfriend. He looked like he was born a boy. Yeah, because I didn't look at him that hard, but she did post some pictures. People are just crazy. And then on the 16th, she posted a missing flyer. So he was 16 years old, 130 pounds, and 5'8". He 5'8". They tried to say Naziah was 130 pounds at 5'2", and we see how little she was. Like, get out of here. And he was last seen at 49th and University Avenue. Okay, I'm going to let them keep going. I'm going to get to the mom.
The FBI, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and North Star Search and Rescue, all of which are assisting, in the back of their mind somewhere that they'll reach out through the BCA or through.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Hi, you guys. I want to start off by thanking the whole Anoka County, Columbia Heights, everybody, my family, my friends, the news, everybody who's been looking for my son and help bring him home. My son's been missing for 20 days, and it's been the worst 20 days of my life. It's like a nightmare that I can't wake up from. He texts me every day. He check on me. He more concerned about me than I am him. He didn't text me on Mother's Day. talked to him on the 8th. He was fine. He said, I'll see you soon. He said, I love you. He's a good kid. Anybody who's ran across my son, Manny, they know that he's a good soul. He always try to uplift people. He's never ran away. He had plans to coming back home June 4th. That was the plan, to come back home, spend a little time with his dad. Come back home. Manny, if you looking at this, if you somewhere that you're capable of listening to this, or you see me, just know that I love you, and that you know how much I'm worried, and you're loved. You got a lot of people looking for you. If anybody has a heart or soul, if they seen anything, if you heard anything, please come forward. You can call anonymously. Manny has never ran away before. This is unlike him. I've been sending him cash apps. It's still there. He hasn't used. I send him allowance every Thursday. He uses it. His phone's been off since the 8th at 4 a.m. Pinged again at 11 on May 11th on Mother's Day for 3 minutes, and then went off. I don't know. If you're watching this, Manny, we need you to come home. You got a whole lot of people that care about you right now. You love so much. I don't know. He's a good kid. He's 16. He has his whole life ahead of him. He had goals. He had plans. He had plans. He just got a job at Planet Fitness. We had plans to go get a Social Security card before he went missing. He had plans. So I know he's not lost. I know he's not just missing. He's not just lost. He's smart. He's very intelligent. Everybody who come across him loves him. He's been trying to uplift people. He has an old spirit. He's been trying to, he tries to take care of the family. Always says, I have to get a job to take care of the family. Like, I just told him, like, you just be a kid. Just work on being a kid. Don't worry about us. Take care of the family. Like, I just told him, if somebody knows something, if you have a soul, if you have a heart, just say something, please. He's not lost. He's not lost. Yeah, I don't know. I just know he's not lost. Wherever he is, he's somewhere that he doesn't want to be. Like I said, we text every day, we call every day. He will find his way home. He knows the routes for the bus. He knows his route for the train. He's not lost. He has so much family that he can come to. Just anybody have a soul or heart. If you heard something, just say something. You can call anonymously. You can call the police department. Just say something. I just want to get him home. Like, I need to get him home.
So sad, man.
Thank everybody. And yeah. Like I said, he has plans. He didn't run away. We didn't have arguments. He talked to his girlfriend every night on FaceTime. They fell asleep on FaceTime that night. She seen him laying in the bed with his pajamas on. They fell asleep around 4 a.m. His last text from me was 4 a.m. that he liked my message about the allowance. He said, thank you, Mom. I appreciate you. I love you. I'll see you soon. There was no arguments. It doesn't make sense. He's not lost. I know that for a fact. He's not lost. Wherever he's at, he doesn't want to be there. If he's capable of whatever. I don't know. Again, if you have a heart, if you have a soul, just say something or call anonymously. You don't have to say your name. Just say something if you know.
I know,
I'm
right?
praying that his father come out and says something.
He did, Venti. What a piece of crap.
I'm praying his father come out and speak eventually. That's the last place he was.
Man,
yeah.
Heart-wrenching.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
That is awful, man. That is heartbreaking. I just want to make sure that we get the mother's what all she had to say, and this was them out there searching.
Start with some major developing news right now in Elk River. So let's take you there via the chopper. The Anoka County Sheriff's Office confirming to Fox 9 that a large search at this landfill is underway, and this, they say, is related to the disappearance of 16-year-old Jordan Manny Collins. So the chopper at this scene here within this hour crews, as you can see, they've just been digging through the rubble. And then we've also seen them taking some of that and sorting it out on tables. You can see some of the machinery there that's also been digging into those piles. Dozens of people have been at this scene. And again, the sheriff's office telling us that officers from Columbia Heights, they've got Anoka County, the BCA, the FBI, they are all on scene right now. So we're keeping a close eye here on any more details. We know, though, that Manny went missing. It was nearly a month ago now in Columbia Heights. It was the corner of 49th and University Avenue. And at the time of his disappearance, he was temporarily staying with his father in that area. People in that area, law enforcement have asked them, check your cameras, check your yards to see if there may be something there that could be helpful in putting the pieces together in this. You also may remember that Manny's mother, Ashley Berry, along with law enforcement, about 2.5 weeks ago, took to the podium, and we took it live here on All Day, and we watched as his mother, so heartbroken and just so desperate for answers, was pleading for anybody to come forward with any information that they may have. At the time, when asked, law enforcement said they weren't naming a suspect, but they were talking to people, and they were also pleading at the time for Manny's father to come forward with any information, because at the time, Manny's mother said that he was not necessarily cooperating with law enforcement. So a lot of different sort of layers to this have happened over the course of the last couple of weeks. Investigators and family have said from the get-go, they believe that Manny was somewhere against his will.
Yes, and we just heard the mother say that, the uncle said what he said. They knew from the day that he was missing that the father did something. Well, not necessarily D-Day. They was believing him for a minute or wanting to believe him, but knowing that Manny always have his phone on, he never ignores his mother. He texts her every day, and so now, the father has been arrested. Manny has been located. This article is from July 9th, and it says the father, a Twin City teenager found dead in a landfill after weeks-long search, has been charged in the connection of his son's unaliving. Jordan Dupree Collins, Sr., 38 years old. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me pause this, because I ain't heard this. But 38 years old is charged with 1 count of second-degree murder, according to the court documents filing on Wednesday in Anoka County. According to the criminal complaint, 16-year-old Manny Collins was living with his father in Columbia Heights, Minnesota, when his family and girlfriend lost connection with him. His mother reported him missing to the Columbia Heights Police Department on May 12, 4 days after she last heard from him when he reacted to a text message she sent, or a Cash App or something she sent. So the boy's mother says she talked to him. She talked to Collins Sr., who told her their son left the apartment on May 8th to visit his grandmother and girlfriend in St. Paul, Minnesota. Collins Sr. told law enforcement the same thing. Collins Jr. never made it to either home, the complaint states. So the teen girlfriend says she last spoke with him via call around 2:30. Now, I thought they said 4, but okay. So the teen last spoke with him via video call around 2:30, and I know the mother says she he texts her about 4 on May 8th, and that he did not seem upset or did not tell her he was planning to visit her, the complaint says. Okay, so on May 13th, authorities obtained video showing a garbage truck emptying a dumpster behind the apartment building. They traced contents to the landfill in Elk River, Minnesota, where Collins Jr. remains were found on June 28th. On May 15th, police searched Collins Sr.'s apartment. It took them until May 18th. He went missing on the 8th. Man, they gave him a lot of time to clean or whatever, which you can't get rid of blood, so it was all still there. But still, that's a long time. So on May 15th, police searched Collins Sr.'s apartment, finding bloodstained items in the garbage bags, DNA obtained from those items, as well as blood on the bedroom wall of the apartment matched the boys. Police also found several butcher hunting style jabs, which Collins Sr. later said he used to butcher goats and sheep, according to the complaint. Investigators also found evidence that pieces of the mattress and carpet had been removed from the apartment. Collins Sr. later told authorities he removed them while cleaning up his own blood. I'm sure he had to have cuts on his hand. Anytime you handling a jab, yeah, you gonna cut yourself. But the complaint states none of the man's blood was found in the apartment. Well, hell, maybe he didn't cut himself then if they ain't find none of his blood. But usually you do cut yourself jabbing and doing all that he was doing with some regular freaking knives. Like, what? Cleaning up his own blood, but the complaint states none of the blood found was his. So in an interview with police on June 20th, Collins Sr. told police his son left the apartment on May 10th. 2 days later than he originally said. See, the truth don't change, but lies do. So 2 days later than he originally said, because it was supposed to be the 8th. Remember, stick to the what we said, right? See, that's what you get. And then according to the complaint, he also said he tried to call his son a couple of times when he didn't hear from him. But the phone records show he called his son's phone once on May 13th after he had spoken to the police for the first time. You stupid idiot. I'm talking about, okay, remember, I always mention my cousin, right? Them phones gonna get you every time. I mention my cousin. We talking about a circumstantial case. She was freaking unalived by her kid's father. And that bastard called her over 100 times before he did it. And after he did it, he didn't call not once. That was a big part of the case that got him. That was huge. All of a sudden, you stop calling, period. Yeah, because you know what happened. Now I'm getting emotional. Okay, let me calm down. But complaints, none of the man's blood was found. Okay. So on June 20th, Collins Sr. told police his son left the apartment on May 10th, 2 days later than he originally said, according to the complaint. He also said he tried to call his son a couple times when he did not call him at all. Stupid. When he didn't hear from him, but records show he called his son's phone once. I think that dude might have called her once after too. But anyway, called his phone once on May 13th after he had spoken to the police for the first time. You piece of shit. Authorities arrested the elder Collins on Monday, less than a week after his son's remains were found. He should have been arrested the same freaking day. that they found out. They ain't. I don't understand why it took so long to see his stupid self taking his body out to a freaking dumpster. He appeared in court on Wednesday, where his bail was set at $3 million without conditions and $2 million with them. Prosecutors allege he was planning to leave Minnesota and said they will pursue an aggravated charge. So, according to the complaint, an autopsy of Collins Jr. found evidence of decapitation by a knife. Like, wow. Mary Berry, the boy's grandmother, told the news that she has spoke with the father the day that he disappeared. Collins Sr. told her his son was on his way to her house, but he never showed up, of course. For days, she said, Collins Sr. would give her an answer about where he would not give her an answer to where the son was, and then eventually he just stopped freaking saying anything. He was buying himself some time, just like Annette and them was doing, by waiting to report Naziah missing right after break, the winter break. They knew what they was doing. My God, what is wrong with people these days? Exactly, Justice Jane. Sick, man. What the F, Kyla says. Welcome, Shannon. She said, Lordy, praying for Manny loved ones. I know he was terrified. Oh, my God. My heart goes out to this kid. He was only 16. I mean, he's about to be starting a job, and just he was going to be doing well for himself. Looked like his mom did a good job with him. You know, everybody that speak about him says that he was very respectable. He was a good kid. And all he was doing was spending a little time with his father. His mother thought it would be a good idea and he could help him. Some people just can't be trusted ever. I don't care what title they hold. Just sick. All right, let this play.
Last week, it seemed like the family was really hopeful that he was somewhere and physically. I don't. Physically, you think he's not okay?
No.
Barry, this is Manny's mom just a couple of days ago.
Do you think he is okay?
No. It's hard. It is for me to say that I don't think he is.
Physically, you think he's not okay?
I don't think he is physically. I don't.
I know.
I think other people know that as well. Yeah.
Oh shoot, I got this on.
Last week, it seemed like the family was really hopeful that he was somewhere and physically okay. That has changed, it sounds like.
For me, yeah, that's changed. I don't know what everyone else is thinking, but of course people they want me to hope for the best and just, you know, he's just somewhere hiding out, but I don't feel that way.
You had mentioned that they had gotten some stuff, because we were out there actually last week when they were pulling some additional stuff out of the apartment. So they found quite a bit of things that you said were concerning, or can you describe that? Not specifically, but just you can tell me if you could tell me that again.
Yeah, it's a few things they found when they went there the first time that was concerning, and you know that stuff came back, so they went back and got more stuff.
Hey, Natalie.
A lot more stuff. That's also concerning. Yeah.
That's so sad, man. So sad.
And because these investigations are obviously
just like that. Okay. And then I do have let me see. Let's see what this one is. Do we already?
Thanks.
And do all of the other things we would with other investigations to
conference.
Part of the investigation. We have other facets that are ongoing. So I don't want anybody to think that we are merely focusing all of our attention and energy on that. We continue to follow up on other leads and do all of the other things we would with other investigations to continue to track down evidence that'll lead us to Manny's whereabouts. And I guess with that said, there isn't a lot I can discuss about why we ended up at the landfill or anything like that. But with that, do you folks have any specific questions you'd like to ask about that?
How close are you to finding?
Right now, we're just searching for more information. And as any other criminal investigation goes, sometimes we don't know what next piece of the puzzle will be the final piece that completes the picture for us. So we're looking for that next piece of the puzzle. And we don't, it would be speculative to say how close we are to actually finding him, but we're looking for that next piece, and all of a sudden that picture or that puzzle might be very clear based on what we find.
So you were looking for evidence but not searching for a body in the landfill, so to speak.
Yeah, it's not necessarily just a search for a human or remains or anything like that. It's any evidence that can lead us to whereabouts. That's what we're looking for.
Let me tell you, if they in the landfill, they know.
Number of resources that are up there today. Can you speak to? I mean, you obviously got some information in that would be very credible. Would you put that amount of resources up there?
Yes, absolutely. But to the extent that that doesn't necessarily equate to what we might find. If you've looked in this case, we've been utilizing those federal, state, and local partners for a lot of this investigation, and we're just going to continue to do that.
Of authorities from the Anoka County Sheriff's Office searching a landfill in Elk River. Now, Elk River is about 30 miles away from Columbia Heights, but they did confirm this search is related to the Manny Collins investigation.
See, when like what they did with Naziah, you have no track on where she could be. They was doing a lot of moving around. They don't have no cameras. They was in all kind of different places. And they do not go to the landfill unless they have proof that that person was put there. She could be in a landfill somewhere, man. She really could. I mean, it just make me think about her looking like that. This is where you want to hide something. This is how you do it. And it takes so much manpower, so many hours, and a lot of money to do this. They always complain, and people know that. This dude, I mean, if he was sleeping, as a matter of fact, it could have been his father that responded to her at 4 a.m. when she sent the money. It really could. Because I was picturing that, I thought that him and a girl was on the phone until like 4, and he responded to his mom. I'm not sure, even though I just read that they said 2:30. So his father could have got rid of him between 2:30 and 4 and could have been the one responding. You know, because he did something. I mean, I wonder why. Could it have been jealous and envy? Could he have tried his own son that way? Could he have done that and just had to get rid of him because he done that? They'll be able to tell. Welcome in, Kawana. How you doing? Yeah, they know you don't go to the landfill unless you have a reason. Yes, they got to know that the person is there. Man, he needs to get life with no parole. He need to get death. I mean, you taking his man. I mean, that is the ultimate. I wonder how sick is he? That'll be sick, but interesting to know if he did that to his own son, because his brother is sticking to that. He is a groomer. He is. And then he mentioned family. So I wonder if he touched people in the family. He mentioned his mother. him abusing her, basically. Like, this dude sound like a horrible person, and it sounds like the uncle would, if he knew that his, I don't know, like, how much did the mother know about the father's childhood? I just wonder, so I want to go to her last video after this bastard finally was arrested, but I'm gonna let this let's see what else we can see here.
How it's related, they did not say there, but they did tell us that that landfill search was developed through their investigation, and that the distance isn't necessarily indicative of what they were looking for or where something might have happened, because garbage from all over the area may be hauled to certain landfills. Now, as I said, Manny last seen May 8th. Police have said that there is a person of interest in his disappearance, but as of today, they say that person is still just a person of interest and not a suspect. They were asked questions about his father, allegedly the last person to see him. The sheriff's commander there said that he wasn't sure if they had made contact with Manny. But the sheriff's office and Manny's mother have all along say that they expect something bad has happened here, that he was taken against his will. And as they say, they are going to continue searching that landfill, continue investigating the disappearance of Manny Collins until they can bring him home to his family and get them some answers.
Okay, here's this bastard right here. Wait, did it flip to something else? Probably.
Ashley believed that, it stabilized because he had got an apartment a couple of weeks or
Good to have you along. Thanks for joining us here on this Wednesday morning for the Fox 9 Morning News at 11 and on Fox Local, always streaming live. I'm Tom Butler. Ahead of his first court appearance, we are learning some disturbing new details as murder charges are filed against the father of Manny Collins. Our Bill Keller joins us live in Anoka right now, where the court hearing just wrapped up. What he has joins us now with the latest. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. In fact, Jordan Collins Sr. appeared in court before a judge here at the Anoka County Courthouse, now formally charged with the murder of his teenage son. The 38-year-old is facing a single count of second-degree intentional murder. Now, according to the criminal complaint, 3 days after Manny was reported missing, police executed a search warrant of the Columbia Heights apartment where Collins and his son had been staying. Now, there, investigators recovered several blood-stained knives from a bedroom closet. DNA testing revealed that blood matched that of the missing 16-year-old. That's when police say
What, he got a permanent hickey, hickey on his head, like a speed knot, I should say. What the heck happened?
boy's father stopped communicating with investigators. The break in this case is when video
dude got a skid mark on his forehead.
Evidence led investigators to a landfill after Manny Collins' remains were ultimately found by specialized crews who spent weeks searching that landfill in Lakeview. When the boy's father was arrested Monday at the Al Aman Community Center in Minnetonka, police recovered more knives that Collins told investigators they were used for butchering goats and sheep. Results of the autopsy showed evidence of decapitation, and the manner of death was a homicide. If convicted, Jordan Collins Sr. could face up to 40 years in prison, and this morning prosecutors filed a motion that they intend to seek aggravated sentencing, citing factors that include particular cruelty of the crime, his position of authority, and Collins' significant relationship to that victim. Collins, by the way, is still being held in the Anoka County Jail. His bail set at $3 million. Tom, prosecutors cite some evidence that he was found with a large amount of cash with plans to leave the state. His next court appearance, August 4th.
Yeah, he deserved to get life in prison, never to be let out ever again. Like, you can't trust this dude with his own son. You definitely can't trust him nowhere. Kawana, me too, is just sad. Looks like what they do for Ash Wednesday might be something religious. And okay, well, is that true? I never heard of that. But yeah, we know that he was pushing his Muslim religion off on his son, and everybody that would listen or anybody with ears, he pushing that off on. Kyla laughing. Tracy, I'm so sick of hearing things like this. Exactly. We don't know why, but the donors had issues. He definitely did. It sound like he had something from childhood. Oh my gosh. Do anyone know what happened? Well, I mean, no. Like, okay, and I heard in one of these video clips, the neighbor said that he seen Jordan crying, and he had or Manny, but his name is Jordan. But he had a conversation with him, a brief conversation with him in the hallway. We gonna listen at the mom though. She's gonna speak since the father has been arrested.
Back to you.
Our Bill Keller reporting live with the latest information there in Anoka. Thanks so much, Bill. Appreciate the report. A fight over just $15 reportedly led to a deadly stabbing over the weekend.
We ain't got time. Why y'all even mix that? Like it wasn't enough to say about Manny.
Having a love. Good afternoon, everyone. We're here today on behalf of Manny Collins, who was found out in a landfill here in our community. I stand here today in solidarity with the mother of Manny. And most of all, I stand here with her as a mother myself, and also having a loved one that was found out in disposal. No human being deserves to be disposed of. No human being deserves to be disposed of, no matter what. I would ask today that you guys steer away from the specifics of the case, as there are witnesses and all kinds of stuff that needs to speak at a certain point.
Oh, witnesses.
But Ashley wanted to be able to respond today to you all, and all your inquiries that you all have had. Please understand that she is extremely distraught, and she's a grieving mother. But we stand here today for support for Ashley and her entire family. We stand in solidarity that we are asking and demanding that Jordan Sr., who is a highly suspect in this situation, whoever is responsible, be held to the highest extent of the law. I will now pass it on to the mother of Manny Collins, Ashley. Thank you.
Hi, you guys. I want to start by saying thank you all. Thank you all for keeping Manny's name out here. To be honest, I'm kind of lost for words. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm hoping my son get the justice he deserves. I'm hoping the suspect get charged to the fullest, the highest he can be charged with. I hope Manny gets, I just pray he gets the justice he deserves. He deserves some justice. And it's a lot I want to say that I can't say right now. Most importantly, I want to say thank all of y'all. Without the community, without the detectives, without all of us, it wouldn't have got this far. Yeah. Oh, I want to say so much. It's just, I don't know. I just hope Manny gets justice. He deserves justice. He deserves justice. And I hope this person doesn't get away, whoever doesn't get away with what they've done. I just pray Manny gets justice. She
don't know what to say.
I feel it is coming. It's gonna be a long roller coaster ride. It's gonna be a long process.
Man.
It's a lot coming out that a lot of us don't know, and it's going to be more that comes out that we don't know. A lot more details.
Period.
So thank all of you guys for keeping his name out there, keeping his name alive, keeping Manny alive.
I know, BFF.
Everybody,
What do
the
you
reporters,
say?
the community, the detectives, God, my friends, family, everybody. We wouldn't have found him without everybody working together.
I don't know how
It's
she's
gonna be a
standing
long
there.
process, but I pray that Manny get the justice that he deserves. It's gonna be a lot more that comes out, like I said, and it's gonna be hard to process, but yeah. Thank you guys.
Ashley, without asking about details that you're not able to share yet.
Welcome in,
you read the
Wilder.
criminal complaint, and I'm sure you didn't know all of those things either. Can you just share what it was like to have to read those terrible things about what was done to your son?
It was terrible. Before I got to court, like the detectives, they've been pretty good at like trying to prepare me before I got to court, like try to warn me about certain things. So that's good. But how fast it got out there was just like, it's hard for me to look on social media right now. It's hard for me to do a lot of things, but it was a lot of stuff I didn't know. It was a lot. Yeah.
You knew right off the bat that something was wrong, though, and that it was important to get the story out there so nobody made a wrong assumption right from the get-go.
Oh, I knew a lot, but it's like I said, it's certain stuff that I couldn't say and still can't say, but I felt it and I knew a lot. So yeah.
He sounds like he was just a great kid.
Oh, Manny was great. He wasn't perfect. He did little teenage mistakes, but he was great. Like and I know every mother wants to say this about their child, but he was great. Like he had a very old soul, and I hate to even say had. He had a very old soul. As I can see, he touched a lot of people that don't even know him. And yeah, Manny had a really old soul, and he just wanted peace. And yeah.
If it's not too difficult, can you talk about the last time that you saw him and talked to him?
Well, the last time I seen him was probably about a few weeks before he disappeared. I spoke with him the day of that morning when May 8th. I still got the text message. Like I said, I always send him allowance every Thursday. So I text him about that, and he responded back, and he said, "Mom, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I'll see you soon." That's the last text message at 4:02 a.m.
She must believe that was him.
Yeah.
She ain't saying she
That
don't.
was him. He always says, "I appreciate you." And
Okay.
I know that was him texting.
Did she
me.
read
Like,
my mind or what?
It was him. Yeah.
She read my dang on mind. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like, she must have felt like that was him. But I mean, then the father could know how he talked to and takes. I don't know. Like,
it sounds like he had a girlfriend that he cared about too.
Yeah, he cared a lot about his girlfriend. He even spoke to her like moments before he texted me that night before he went to bed. So yeah, they fall asleep on FaceTime every day. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. He cared about his grandma.
That's so sad.
At 16, he thought he was. It was stressing him a lot because he thought he should be the man of the house, and I told him, just be a kid. Don't worry about that. Yeah. So
he was thinking right.
Yeah. He was ahead of his time. Yeah.
Are you hoping for first-degree murder charges, premeditated? You said
all that.
I'm hoping for that. The fullest. Yeah. Like the prosecutor said, they're gonna try to push for more than what it is right now.
Period. Fullest extent.
Did your heart sink when you found out that they were searching the landfill? I know that was a while ago at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it sank. They, like I said, they've been preparing me before I see the news. They try to prepare me, but it sank because they've been out there for way too long. So I knew it was something.
Exactly, Kyla. That's what should. I know.
Ask, could you just say and spell your name for us? So it's
yep.
Take your first and last name.
Ashley, Ashley, Berry, Berry.
Thank you.
And if the community have like any
Yes,
more
Natalie.
answers as far as the investigation in this case, you can reach out to Anoka County Police Department, the detectives, and you can tell them like if you have any more information or questions too. So
You said they've been good to work with. They've been responsive.
They've been good. Yeah.
Now, and I'm not asking you to share anything that you're not allowed to share.
Mhm.
But I'm curious if you know why he did it.
No. The why? No. They're getting around to it. I know it's some stuff they talked to him about that doesn't even sound right. But I'm sure we'll see all that in court. It'll all come out.
Interesting.
So, but
Yeah,
the
why?
whys, I don't know if that'll ever come out. But I don't even know if I even want to know the why because it doesn't make sense. Well, maybe we do deserve to know
Yeah, I
the
would
why.
want to know.
So
Hell yeah.
hopefully that come out in court.
Your problem.
Yeah. Thank you.
What does justice look like to you now?
Whew. Justice. Besides getting my son back, it would be, I hate to even say this because I love the Lord and I don't want to wish bad on nobody, but I think just accountability and
Look,
he needs
he needs somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to feel every bit of what he's done. Think about it every
Period.
day. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you share any of your favorite memories with Manny?
Oh, I got a lot.
Together or anything that he liked to do?
He loved to do a lot. He liked to skateboard. We'll go play basketball across the street from where I live. He likes the water park. He likes a lot of things. Picture. Oh yeah, I brought him a picture for his birthday, so he loved to take pictures. His uncle taught him that. He loves family. He's very family oriented. He's a ladies' man. Yeah, he's a good kid. He likes the game. He loves to play the game, watch YouTube, play with our cats and my dog. Yeah, a lot.
All right, everybody, are we done?
All right. Kind of bouncing off that, when you think about how the media attention has been in this case in these movies, is there anything that you want to know about kind of anyone?
Oh, I think I pretty much described that. He is a good kid.
She don't want to say was.
He's loving, like, oh my God. He would talk to persons that's triple times his age and try to give them advice. Like he cares for everybody, and that's what scared me kind of too, because it can be pros and cons of caring too much. People can take advantage of you.
Okay.
So I was worried
Like
about
his
him caring
dumbass
too
daddy
much,
did.
but that was just in him. Like he had plans. He was 16. He's already had jobs lined up. He just got a job at Planet Fitness. We was working on going to get his Social Security card. He takes care of his grandmother every week. He mows her grass. When I'm checking on him, he checks on me more. Like, Mom, do you want to talk about anything? I'm checking on you. Don't worry about me. So Manny was a good kid. Is a good kid. Yeah.
Don't want to say that was mess.
No, we're done.
I never saw them signs. I've been knowing this guy since I was 14 years old. And I'm going to try to get him a little benefit of the doubt. He loved his son. I let him live out in California with him for years. He picked him up from my house and dropped him back off. There was never no.
She don't want her to.
We're going in the press conference.
If it was, I would have never let him go over there.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, she like, oh, we ain't about to go into all that, Ashley. But we do want to know, Ashley. But I mean, yeah, I get it, because that was gonna make her way emotional. And this dude, man, she said he lived out in California with him for years. Well, that kind of answered some of my questions, because I was wondering how close was he to his dad and stuff like that. But they didn't do a good. They didn't ask her a lot of questions though. That's why she's like, okay, are we done? Like she's like rambling, and they ain't like helping her. If that makes sense. But this is so sad. And so this dude lived in a dump. This big skid mark on his forehead. He gonna have a lot more of them where that came from with Bubba and them. They gonna drag him by his forehead through the shower, hopefully. Yeah, since he like being on his forehead. But yeah, so he's pushing off that Muslim religion on his son, and ain't no telling what else he had going on. But okay, that's another thing. She said he lived out there in California with them for years. So if he was that type that would be tampering, you know, you would have thought it would have happened. But yeah, this is a dump. This is a dump where he stayed out. It wouldn't even let me go up in there because it ain't nowhere to go. So this dude literally, I mean, this is the apartment. So this is where they had the balloon release at too. Literally, they're standing right here. And this is the store that they frequent. Anybody that stay here will frequent that store. Let me see something. Oh, these are some pictures. But yeah, they had a candlelight vigil out there. Let me see. Wasn't the pictures they standing there, but where they at right here? They doing a balloon release. A lot of people showed up, y'all. A lot of people showed up to support. And it was that. Who gonna say something?
Okay, we live for the balloon release. Turn this around. Who got the prayer? Who gonna say something? We gotta say his name. Say his name.
This a dump. Straight up. Straight up. Justice for Manny. His dad lived in a dump. Okay, I see garbage cans there, but that's got a garage. So I'm guessing they said the garbage he was seen on camera. So that means that, okay, it looked like it's a camera right here, but okay, so the back of this building would be the store. So the store cameras probably captured him. You know the store, well, you would assume that the store will have cameras. Let me back up. Yeah, they definitely got cameras. So I'm thinking it's back there where I can't go, obviously. This thing get on my nerves. Let's go over here. Just pictures. Yeah, so that's what I'm assuming, that the cameras that captured him is the cameras on the store. So we on the other side of the street. Let me see what y'all saying. Yeah, so I had a whole nother live set up. I'm tired of talking, okay? I didn't know that it was gonna take this long. So we gonna do the other live tomorrow. Shoot. And we're gonna be talking about the girl from McDonald's. So Holy Church is about Jordan Collins. Oh, we got a holy church in the building. Why are we looking at apartment buildings? So you don't just read the room for a minute, Holy Church. You just come in raising hell, Holy Church. Is that what we doing, Holy Church? What the hell? Holy hell. It looks like he was smirking in the mug shot. He is a mug shot. Let me see. Oh, I guess I didn't pay attention to his mug shot. But this is him when he was younger with dude. He looked like he was better then. But if he was a pet, always that. You ask a simple question. Okay, so maybe Holy Church ain't a troll because trolls don't usually answer that quick. You know what I'm saying? We get a lot of trolls, Holy Church. Yeah, we talking about Jordan Collins though. And we are at 2 hours and 50 minutes. This is him. His mother is strong to even be able to stand up there and speak without losing her mind up there. This is who we're going to be talking about.
Nah, this stays at home though. I'm not gonna bring this to work because that wouldn't look right, I guess. But I gotta get up out of here. I gotta go to work.
And if you notice, she don't have on a McDonald's uniform, and that was months prior to her unaliving her manager at McDonald's. She wasn't working at McDonald's then. And we found out that she already got a record from jabbing somebody else. So this chick, yeah, I think y'all done heard enough for she batshit. She is definitely batshit. Believe it. Let me see. I'm just coming in. I hit the like button. But speaking on what you are talking about, so the father did this. He absolutely did. He absolutely did. Let me look at something. What time is that? Okay. They have to have hazmat suits on searches in landfills as well. Yes, so that's money. It's very expensive to do it. And they had to go through tons of garbage. I mean, because just think about it, they're constantly just laying the garbage in there, even though they said that it was organized as well as you can be organized. But they described going through tons of garbage with rakes, and you could see them doing that. They found, I mean, you know, it sounded like they found the whole body. I mean, I don't know. They didn't describe how things were and if they found the rest of him out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did he have him in? And I don't know. I haven't let me see if I could find something right quick while we still here. Oh, shoot, we here now. But yeah, it was a lot to go through. Let's see. Forensic levels of alleged Collins charging. Let's see something. So it says the allegations laid out by Anoka County prosecutors in a criminal complaint charging the Columbia Heights man with the murder of his son, 16-year-old Jordan Manny Collins, on Wednesday. It was actually May 8th, and they just now finding his body on Wednesday on the more extreme end, according to the experts of forensic psychology. So we're reading right now, 5 Eyewitness News interview by Dr. Andrea Lovett on Wednesday. Hold on. Allegations against Dupree in context as he made his first appearance. Okay, so Dr. Lovett has spent 22 years as a forensic psychologist evaluating the minds of those accused of violent crime, including similar cases. It's definitely clear I've not evaluated Mr. Collins. I don't know anything about his case. That's why that's important to say. But the level of violence that is alleged in the criminal complaint is shocking. Preliminary autopsy results indicate evidence of decapitation by knife, according to, and triggers, according to complaint. I've been involved in evaluated individuals with similar crimes in the past, but it's uncommon. That aspect of these allegations is far more uncommon even than a parent harming and unaliving their child. The aspects of the allegations is far uncommon. Oh, so the case is a more extreme end. Again, if the allegations are true, if that ends up being the manner of death, that's not really something that happens accidentally. Heck no. Generally speaking, Levette said those who commit such heinous acts usually fall into one or more categories. They suffer from severe mental illness that can cause disconnection from reality. They have psychopathic tendencies, exhibiting a particular lack of remorse or empathy. 3, whether due to situational factors or personality factors, or both. They are in a state of mind where they are under a lot of stress and act out emotionally. Man, so as this case goes forward, assuming it does, the details are going to be very important as far as telling us about the motive, the reasons, and about the defendant, if guilty, his characteristics, personality, and mental state. Okay, I wanted to know what he did a little bit more. I'm gonna have to do some digging to get that information, because we don't have it. But what y'all think though? Do he deserve life or death? Put a 1 in the chat if he should get life. Put a 2 in the chat if he should get death. I don't think he deserves to be here after doing that to his own son. And how could you build such hate? I mean, for your own child. When did it start? This is the only picture I have with him, and I wonder where they are here. I wonder if they was in the States or one in California. How long had it been since they've been around each other? It couldn't have, yeah, you think so, Charlene? Charlene thinks so. No, keep his ass live so he can reap what he sow. Okay, BFF. Let him feel it every day. Dying is too easy. You know, the initial thought is to, take him out, just like he did him. But that is easy. That really is the easy way out. Sitting there suffering in your own head is much worse, especially if you already got mental issues. Yeah, she said, let Manny come visit him. He took his life. Why? Was it to get back at the mother? How many of y'all think that he violated him? Is he that type of monster? His brother believe he is, so I'ma believe his brother. I'ma believe that he is capable of that, because it could have been, he could have did that, and that was his way of covering up what he did. Maybe that's why he did it. He went too far. Yeah, because what stops them? Shannon says she do. Chocolate feel like he should get life. I'm on that end too. He looks like it. Yeah, I mean, I wonder was it children that well, obviously if he was grooming, it was a kid, but was it both? Like, normally his brother would have known if he was that type. And he said he was. So who did he touch? If he'll push a religion off of him, he'll push that off too. Yep, that's what it is, Kawana. I heard Pedo, he didn't do things like that. He didn't do things like that, did he? Yes, he did. His brother said he did. We listened at his brother spoke on his own page. So if you can catch the replay, go to what his brother said. If his brother can say that, I believe it. Yep. He got a Jarvis rap sheet. He said even abusive to his own mom. So this dude, he had no limits. If he'll do anything, if he'll do that to his mom, if you don't have respect for your parents, pretty much nobody has anything coming from you. If you don't respect the people that brought you here, most people don't have nothing coming. You better run. And I mean fast. Let me see where we at. But shout out to everybody that tuned in, though. Y'all, please smack those reactions, share me out, all of that. It's so free to support the channel. Please share it out. If you're a member or moderator, share it out. And even if you're a subscriber, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hitting the reactions. I'm looking. We got over 4,000 reactions smacked so far. We got over 3,000 that came through. But shout out to you, Shannon said. Thank you so much, Shannon. I appreciate that. Crazy work. Okay? This baby didn't deserve that. But this dude definitely looked just, him and his brother definitely favor. I want to hear more from the neighbor. Like what was their conversation? And I don't even think that I played that one. I was running late, y'all. I didn't have the videos together or nothing, but we got through it. But so when I end this one, the other one is gonna pop up. I was gonna do it, but I just been too long, and 3 hours on a live stream. I would have did the other one if I was like an hour and a half. But it'll give people a chance to watch this one, and we'll be back tomorrow talking about the girl that took out her manager. And it's so sad because she definitely has some mental issues. That's a fact. And it's so sad nobody seen it coming, I guess. So y'all be sure to tune in. That live stream is going to pop up if you could hit all notifications on it so you won't miss when I go live. And I think I got it set for 1:30 tomorrow or something. I know. I can't wait to see what's what. Was she getting dressed to go do the deed? Nah, she just used to dress up in characters all the time. And she at work. She is at work in this one. You see Chucky? Chucky at the top. She is at work sitting in McDonald's Playland up on one of them little toy thing that the kids play in. This is probably why she got sent home. You know what I'm saying? You all up there with filters, eating ice cream. Was you on break? And it looked like she was stalking then. Definitely. She had all kind of dress up clothes and things like that. That girl had a lot going on in her head, I believe. But we're going to get into that tomorrow. And thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please, I know, I wish I felt like it's just too long. I've been talking too long. Was she getting dressed to go do the deed? Nope. All that stuff was older stuff, but that's all you see on her page. She BFF says she can't wait. Shoot. Yeah, I've been up all night. I'm a trooper. Shoot, I came in here straight from work. But I will see y'all in the next one. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I might see y'all in these streets. I don't know. I might not, though. I don't know where y'all be at. But justice for Manny. He did not deserve this. That was her only child. And even if she had a bunch of kids, you still don't want to lose one. To his own father. Like, why? Why would you do this? Could it have been he was jealous of his brother? I wonder how much. I mean, it sounded like the brother was around a lot. And the brother didn't have, according to what he was saying, I gathered that he didn't have kids. He said that he wanted kids and stuff. He wanted to, so that was like his son for real. You know, and how close was he and her? I don't know. Just some things that's going through my head. But yeah, get some rest. Yes, I am. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I ain't gonna waste no more of y'all time. But y'all, please smack that thumbs up on the way out and check out the next video that's gonna pop up. Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch great content? Come on into my channel where I have a variety of videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, playlists, members only videos, and also we have Posts. Posts is a place where I share upcoming live streams, videos, calls to action, polls, quizzes, pictures, and ongoing conversations. Stand out and become a member with badges and special members emojis. Thank you for your like and subscription. Are you a true crime sleuth? Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. Thank you for so much. Thank you for And as far as this fool, he going exactly, or he is exactly where he gonna be. You big dummy. You big dummy. And I mean, it sounds like he is where he want to be at too with Bubba and them. They'll get him together.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass.
And Bubba and them don't just stand on business. Other things stand too.
I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business. I've been stand on business. I stand on business. You drop me.
Enjoy your weekend. You too, Shannon. Thank you so much. And I'll see y'all in the next video. We gonna get up out of here, y'all. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make this go viral. Shout out to Mouthpiece dropping them fire and horns or the horns. Shout out to my BFF dropping them good members emojis. I just seen T.I. and Tiny only get $1. What? What they get $1 for? TGBLLC. Let's go. Please share this out, y'all. Make us go viral.
Wow.
I would never understand what's wrong with these people. What's in the water? What's in the juice? What's in the air? What's in the vax? But peace and love, y'all. We out.